Are you someone who obsesses about getting everything just right for work or in your personal life? Do you expect flawlessness out of those around you, especially your coworkers or family? If so, you might be a perfectionist. The great thing about perfectionism is it can motivate us to do our best. The downside, however, is it can also leave us feeling frustrated or anxious, can damage our relationships, and hurt the people around us. Hi, I'm Michael Clark with the Ananias Foundation. In this video, we're going to talk about perfectionism, the good and bad sides of it, why we might feel the need to be perfect, and how to keep our perfectionism from causing harm to others. If you want to stop causing harm in your relationships, you're on the right path. This is Journey of Change, a video series to help you become the safe, loving partner you were meant to be. Let's talk about perfectionism. Those of us who show perfectionistic tendencies are probably very good in the areas where we apply it. However, that inner voice that drives us to be perfect can lead us into anxiety, depression, and harm in our relationships when we try to apply those same standards to others. Here's the thing: being perfect all the time is not possible. When we set unrealistic standards for ourselves, we can end up worrying about possibly missing our lofty benchmarks. Or we feel disgusted with ourselves if we try and then we fail. Another problem with perfectionism is that it can prevent us from taking risks. If we're afraid of making mistakes, we might avoid trying new things out of fear of failure. This can limit our opportunities and prevent us from reaching our full potential. Damaging relationships is one more danger of perfectionism. Perfectionists can be demanding and critical of others, which puts a strain on those relationships. When we nag or harangue others to do more or do things to our standards, it's really a boundary violation. We're not allowing them to choose how they spend their time or how they perform their tasks. Why are some of us perfectionists? Deep down, it's likely that we fear failure or disappointment or rejection. We set these high standards and try to control the outcome because the thought of disappointing ourselves or others is just too uncomfortable. Often this fear is related to low self-esteem. We may believe that we need to be perfect to be loved or accepted. Frequently, we learned perfectionism from our parents, where mistakes were not tolerated or only our accomplishments were praised. If we internalize that message, we'll continue to feel the need to be perfect. To make matters worse, our society often values perfectionism. Many people worship those they perceive to be perfect, while collectively we're pretty quick to jump all over somebody's mistakes. It's no wonder that we might feel that need to be perfect, even though it's not realistic or healthy. If you find that perfectionism is having a negative impact on your life, there are things that you can do to manage it. First, set realistic goals. Stop setting up impossible standards for yourself. Set goals that are challenging but achievable. Great is achieved one step at a time. So be content with progress. In fact, even celebrate it. Second, think about failure differently. Remember that failure is a critical part of our development. We're not going to be perfect at most of the things that we do, especially not right away. Children learning to walk is really a great example. When kids learn to walk, they fall, they get back up, they fall again, but eventually they start walking. And then that walking turns to running and even dancing. A third strategy to help us give up perfectionism is to focus on the process. Don't get too caught up in the end result. Instead, Focus on doing the right things and trust that the results will eventually come. This means that we'll measure success differently. We stop beating ourselves up for less than perfect results, and instead, we feel good about our progress and our effort. When we demand perfection from others, we've crossed a boundary line. Our expectations might not be theirs. None of us have a right to make others feel bad for not acting as we'd like them to. Let others determine their own principles and priorities. If perfectionism is causing you a lot of stress and damaging your relationships, don't hesitate to get professional help. A counselor can help you manage your perfectionism by developing healthy coping skills. I'm Michael Clark with the Ananias Foundation, and I hope you've found this discussion about perfectionism helpful. Take care, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for joining me today. I'm honored to be on this journey of change with you, and I hope I've helped you in some way. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, be sure to hit the like button, share this with others who might find it helpful, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. For more resources, head to our website, ananiasfoundation.org. Until next time, take care and remember, change is possible.